I know you have not seen this movie that we're about to talk about, Mr. Juicy Herman, but I did tell people we would get around to eventually talking about this film, and that film is called The Farewell.
Yeah.
Been so long as I've seen it, can't remember the title.
不光是你去做什么，更是你如何去做。
Deals with Billy, played by some people still don't recognize. People saying, "Man, damn that Chinese girl look like Aquafina," because it is Aquafina. Aquafina plays Billy, and Billy, who is Chinese, she goes to China with her family, even though they don't want her there, for this reason of her grandmother is dying. Now, this is all complicated because Billy should have a right to go say goodbye to her dying grandmother. Her grandmother's been diagnosed with cancer, like stage 5 cancer. She's been diagnosed with cancer. Of course, who would deprive someone of going to see their beloved grandmother or any relative, or in this case, that nai-nai? But the only thing that's a problem here is that grandma don't know she's dying.
And the family has decided to keep it that way.
Yeah, and everyone keeps telling her that she's fine. I would almost be suspicious because everybody's like saying, "Oh no, you perfect health. You perfect health.
You're gonna outlive us all."
Yeah, doctors are in on it. Everybody. It's like some real conspiracy shit thing going on right here, man. With this, so nobody's telling on 9-9. In fact, they even go in and they make a whole wedding out of it. So she has no clue what's happening.
Yeah. Why is everybody here? Oh, we're here for a wedding.
Yeah.
And listen, we need you to get married so we can have everybody here and keep this cover story going.
Yeah,
I didn't like that girl that you're seeing, but you gonna marry her.
Yeah, y'all are saying, man, China's fucked up, man. Why they do that to people? Why would they lie to a dime? Well, man, that's some cold, heartless shit, man. Fuck them Chinese. Hey, but they make some good food. Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for The Farewell, and we'll finally get that review out the way. Finally come back with our review.
东方人是把生命看作是己。
The grandmother is so cute.
Man, that grandmother in the movie, the one who plays the nai-nai, that's one of the things I really like about the movie, is that there's a lot of people in here. Now, I mentioned this with excuse me, I mentioned this before recently with the Peanut Butter Falcon. Martin knows I just love a movie with natural feeling people. Zhao Shuzhen is her name. I don't know if she's an actress. I don't know if she's a real person, but there's so many people in this movie that feel like just real, natural people, and I have a hard time telling which ones are the actors, except for the ones we obviously know.
Sure.
Some people are like, of course they're actors and actresses, but there's some people you just can't tell, and I like that a lot with this movie, because with the film, the trailer kind of gives you a hint that this is, when you hear about the premise, cancer, dying, people lying to someone, it sounds tragic. It sounds, if it doesn't sound just outright cruel, it just sounds like this is going to be a very serious film. And you know what? This the movie, it is somewhat challenging in some parts. This whole thing from the beginning, before you even meet Nai-Nai, you hear about her dying, and then you hear about the parents just don't want Billy to go. Billy, of course, being played by Aquafina, don't want her to go because they just don't want her to ruin the lie. Because they really tell her, they're like, I want to go. And they're like, well, we wish you could, but your ass can't shut up.
Yeah, pretty much.
You a snitch, bitch. You gonna go there because she's so emotional.
Everybody's gonna be there pretending and smiling. You're gonna come over there with your long face and crying eyes and just ruin the whole thing. So just stay your ass in America, please.
The movie is a challenge because what they're doing is, it's not only challenging our morals, but it's challenging our beliefs as us just being a different culture. Mm-hmm. And, that's really important here because they they flip it on you. What they tell you is that, yes, to you is lying, but for us, you don't understand that through this lie, we are sacrificing ourselves, or the wants of ourselves, for this woman to make her happy. Mm. It's not it's not about the individual. That's what they say. It's about family, and everybody's sacrificing their own personal feelings and their time and things that they would like to say. You know, they're doing that just so they can make this woman happy. Now, whether we think that's wrong or not, that's not up for us to say, because that's a whole different culture. And that movie challenges you to walk out and shut the up and not say anything about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, it's one of those things where you're like, I think this is wrong, and say, well, the whole country thinks different from you.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do right now? You're going to impose your will on the rest of us?
Yeah.
I mean, but it is that question of, okay, everybody's pretending, but when this person with cancer can't breathe, is tired all the time, in constant pain, are you still there going like, man, you gonna be all right. Everything's cool.
Yeah, I'm sure that they cross these paths when they get to it. But what helps you accept this is that, because your brain thinks to jump to just the immediate thing that we've been conditioned to think. Mm-hmm. If you're lying to somebody and they're sick, you must be a really cold person, and you don't see how much they have scenes here where people. Like you got the brothers here. Now, one of the guys, you've seen him before, Z-Ma.
Yeah, seen him in stuff. Lots of stuff all the time.
The brother, I forgot I don't know the brother. I don't know if I've seen him before or anything. I forgot his name in the movie. But there are scenes with both of them, man, where most of the movie is funny, and they're not trying to hit you too hard with tragedy here.
No.
But that, you see scenes like with the brothers where they just walk off, and you can see how they're burdened by this, and how they just break down and cry.
Yeah, exactly. When they have their quiet moments.
Yeah, and it shows you that these are not people being cruel, man.
No. But also throughout the movie, because they got this wedding going on, so it's bringing a lot of people together. It's bringing up some. It's not dwelling on it, but it's bringing up some little grudges. There is that whole, well, man, I'm all about China. I stayed in China.
Yeah.
But your Uncle Tom ass went to America.
Oh, especially the women. Yeah. Everybody, you can see the culture clash with them, and honestly how, you wonder, all right, you talking all this shit about family. Now you're going to put this shit aside and not do this in front of this woman right here. Because the mom is played by Diana Lynn, she's one of the people who's really, and you can see her right here. That's her. She's the one that's really in conflict about trying to, and this is what's great about the characters, trying to, for like her daughter, her family, say, hey, listen, this is our culture. This is what we do. And then going to her culture, and people like, why you bring your sellout ass over here to China? Why don't you take your, why don't you take your Americanized self back over, and your children back over there to America? It's little petty things like that.
Look, I came all the way over here.
Yeah, shut the it's really it is heartbreaking at times, man, because everybody has to suppress all these feelings. They can't say things they want to say, and everybody is well aware that they are telling a lie, and because they want to say things too, but they can't. But that's what's so cool about this. While it makes for some very moving scenes in the film, it is never over dramatic, man.
No, it's not
at all. I mean, it really comes down to life is just what it is. It's just happening. Sometimes it's hard. And sometimes you just got to suck it up and get over it and move on and live life, which is what everybody's trying to do for this woman. There's more comedy in here than there is sadness. And that is why I think the movie can come in with the sort of theme and get by, because it's a culture shock for audiences, man, that's not familiar with what's happening here. And they know that some of it is very weird to us. And I feel like the movie gives us permission to laugh. The movie's like, look, yeah, we know this shit is crazy to y'all. We think it's crazy. There are moments in here where they got professional
mourners.
People coming out there and overacting their ass off, man. Just crying and not really even crying. They go to the gravesite of the patriarch of this family, and they talk that they're arguing whether they should put cigarettes on down there and what he would like for lunch. And it's like he's gonna really eat and smoke the shit. And they know the movie knows. They're like, said, man, we know this is crazy. Don't feel like you're being insensitive to laugh at this. We think even these people are crazy. And plus, it helps that you're looking at it through the eyes of a character that is in both worlds. You know, a character that's been Americanized, but and she comes back. She's part of these people, but she doesn't know the culture either. This is crazy to her too. You know, and this is where they really get you. After a while, you're pulled into the lie too. I mean, look, here's the point. You might walk in mad. You're just going to have to give up like everybody else.
Well, because what they do is, for so much of it, the grandmother she's just an object.
Yeah.
But then later, by the time you get to the third act, you get to see more of her personality, her talking about her past, all this. You really get to know her and fall in love with her. And it's like, yeah, I can't tell her.
Yeah. You get pulled in and you feel like, yeah, you understand why you don't want to tell her, and you want to be like Aquafina at first. You want to say something. You kind of root for her to say something. And then after a while, you start to know the grandmother. And like, yeah, I'm kind of like that. I'm a pussy too. I can't say nothing. Yeah, I can't say it. If somebody gonna let her know, it ain't gonna be me.
Right.
I heard you had something to say. Yeah. You look nice. Great party, Grandma. And that is it. That's the other thing. You drop all the whole thing of like wanting to tell her, and then they know how to throw a party. That fake ass wedding they got, whether it's real, I don't know, but they know how to throw a party, man. And you just kind of get pulled into the culture with them. Man, they got these big ass crabs that they eating.
Oh yeah,
they're doing karaoke, they're drinking, they're playing card games. Like old dudes who knows that somebody's husband is dead is hitting on women again. You know, it's
well, weddings are fun, especially wedding receptions.
Yeah, like it's fun, man. The biggest
they should be.
I've
been
they
to
should
some that were kind of fucked up.
Nah, the biggest flaw is if I was living in China, if people start being nice to me, I would get a little suspicious.
Yeah, right? Man, you looking good these days. Now what? Just spit it out.
Yeah.
Just tell me.
Nice shoes. What's wrong with my feet? My feet got cancer. You know, so if I start being nice to you, man,
okay, then I'll know something's wrong.
Well, just dying.
Something I really liked about this movie is that it felt like it's rare that we get a glimpse of Chinese people at this level of society, where they're not in the poor villages and they're not super crazy rich. They're just very average city dwellers. And a lot of this, just following them around, you just get a sense of what life in China is like.
Yeah. No, that is very true.
On the day-to-day.
Yeah. It has that unobtrusive cinematography that's going on. You know, it's especially when they take you to Japan. If you haven't been there, it's a beautifully shot film, but nothing, not overdone, not real fancy lighting, anything. I mean, it's just well composed shots more than anything. Now, there are some things that I will say that I didn't. I might have didn't like. Well, for one, it's very indie film. Yeah. You could kind of, again, tell from that trailer the music that they were playing. You know, they got this whole thing where they use slow-mo like they use in indie movies. I don't think really serves any purpose at all.
Okay, see, because I thought you were just madly in love with this, and I was like, I like this movie, but I'm not completely in love with it. And it's little things like that. The pace is a lot slower than I felt like it needed to be. And yes, a lot of the indie movie, you know, you get your indie movie kit, you open it up, and these are the things.
You get your indie movie song complete with the little xylophone and the bell. You know,
the xylophone.
Ding, 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 ding.
I get lessons. You know? Once you start playing, it just hit sticks to pedals. It'll come to you.
It starts in New York. You know, a lot of these indie movies, they're in New York. I didn't mind this too much, but some people, you know, I don't know if it was needed because this is such a real feeling film. They got this theme going on with this bird in the movie, and I'm just kind of like, well, you didn't really. The bird ends up being a metaphor for some shit. And I'm just like, I think that bird's name is metaphor. You know?
Tell me this is the one time I'll chime in. That bird's dead at the end, isn't it?
I'm not gonna say anything. Man, what do you want me to ruin this for you?
No, I mean, you say it's a metaphor.
No, actually, the bird is the one that gives the grandma the lethal injection. Bird comes and puts a pillow over my grandma's face. That bird is the killer. It's the metaphor for life. Yeah, man. And Awkwafina is great in the film, man. She is the most subdued that you've ever seen her. She's not playing a character. Well, she's playing a character, but she's not playing a character that depends on talking loud or talking in ebonics or having a fake voice. That's the thing that really this is always kind of bothering me, but I never said anything because I said I'm not gonna say something unless I know for real.
Yeah.
Awkwafina, that black shit that she's doing, that's not her.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that
it's
right
adopted
now.
for sure.
That is a personality used to reach a level of success, and as you can see, it's gone now. But yeah, she has that.
Unless this is just her acting.
Unless that's her acting, it could be either way. I mean, maybe in Crazy Rich Asians, that was the real Awkwafina.
The Nick you're dating is Nick Young?
Yeah, you guys know them or something?
Hells yeah. They're just the biggest developers in all of Singapore.
Damn, Rachel. It's like the Asian Bachelor.
Okay, see, I don't know which one is her. I need to just drug her ass. But,
be real.
Yeah. But no matter how I feel about it, man, she was really good in the movie. What's good about her is that she feels like she's carrying this lie the most.
Yeah.
And she's able to, the subdued nature of that character really, her physicality makes it really feel like she's carrying the weight of that lie around with her. And I like that. I don't know if that was, I'm sure it's a combination of her performance and the director. It's really, it's a great performance, man.
Well, hers is one where even when everybody's on her ass about, you got to cut this shit out with this crying, and even after you come around to seeing their side of things, I still felt bad for her the whole time. And the real arc is with her having to come around herself and just begrudgingly accept it. Yeah, no, it is. And you do see her. I mean, and it's not a point where you never dislike her or anything. Because what I will say is that you go through different moments with her. In the beginning, you feel kind of bad because, they're denying her what should be her, what we feel, at least in our American ways, is her right. But then when she gets there, you really are like, damn, shut the f up. Yeah. You're going to ruin this for everybody. That's why they don't want your ass here. Shut up. And then it's kind of cool to see her come around. Yeah, it's a growth of this character in this movie, and it doesn't feel unnatural at all. Yeah, man, I really I know, but I did like the movie. I mean, I might have had those small problems in there, but I might not be in love with the whole thing, but I'm in love with a lot of things in the film. I mean, I give it a full price. Oh, okay. It's one of those movies where I feel like quality-wise, it's a matinee, but there's nothing in it that happens that requires you to see it in a theater. So that would almost make it a rental. But, I mean, I guess, a matinee. Okay. Matinee. There you go, people. So, Martin, are you comfortable? Comfortable enough. Feeling good? Good-ish. Okay. Just wanted to make sure you look healthy. Do I? Yeah. You're looking real good, man. Okay. Looking better than you ever had before. Tell me I look tired. Yes. Oh, I see what you're saying. I got what's going on. Like, wait a minute, I got cancer. Thanks for watching, everybody. You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. You want us to stick around. So hit the subscribe button, hit notifications, and also check out our main site, doubletoasted.com. Over there, you'll find the long version of this video, along with the live streams that we do almost every night of the week. Check out our main store, doubletoasted.com. And if nothing else, remember to always stay